Hi and welcome to another edition of Onside SA, and Budge and I are going to talk about the new concept which you've seen being flighted at the start of this, last one standing. It's Budge, it's a great concept, it's taking over. People worldwide want to get involved in it, and we're going to run with it.
Yeah, a lot of people have come to me, given me the money already, Paul.
Yeah, so you're getting all the legalities sorted out, or the banking details, and Budge, next week we will be putting up your mobile number, your email number, and people can get on, because I think this will take off. And just to explain to you, those of you who are watching this for the first time, Last One Standing is a concept that was brought together in the UK last year, whereby, Budge, you can clear up if I get a few things wrong here. You submit 100 Rand, and that covers you. Every week you pick a team that has to win. So if you pick Man United first week and they get draw or get beat, you're out. If you pick a team and it wins, the next week you cannot pick that team again, and every week you have to have a different team. Am I accurate so far?
Yep.
So a guy can pick Arsenal this week, Man United next week, but he has to win. Draw, you're gone.
Yeah. The other rule, Paul, is the games are only Saturday, Sunday or Monday fixtures.
Okay.
There's no midweek or Friday night. They've moved the Arsenal-Leicester game on the opening to Friday night, so that won't count.
Okay.
You know, and also you have to have your entry in by 10 o'clock on Saturday.
So every week you send through your selection.
Yep,
what happens if a guy's in a car crash and he can't get his selection through? He gets given a team, isn't that right?
Well, it starts, say the first team, if you enter and you don't pick a team, your first team you picked is Bournemouth. They're away at West Brom. So you got Bournemouth get beat, you're out. But say after 2 or 3 weeks, you're still in and you're away or have a car accident you don't want it to happen, you will get the highest team in the Premier League that you haven't chosen.
So it could be...
well, last year it was Hull. Yeah, it could be Chelsea, it could be Arsenal, it could be
Spurs, could be anybody.
Yeah.
So it's a team that you haven't chosen.
The highest team in the Premier League.
If you've gone Man United first week, Arsenal second week, Man City third week, you forget to put in, you get the highest rank, which could be Spurs
Arsenal,
or whatever.
Hope it's not Liverpool.
We found that this show, this concept is very good, but people go out very quickly.
Oh yeah, well, the first week, Paul, you got Man United at home to West Ham, Chelsea at home to Burnley. I think
2 bankers.
Well, they look at it. Theatre of draws last year, 10 draws at Old Trafford. So you could be gone. Hopefully not, but you could be. And
it's a very good idea. So once you're in, you move forward to next week.
Yeah.
But this cannot go 7 weeks.
I think it could go longer, the initial one. But there is one major rule that Dean Moody asked me a question. We're trying to get all the negatives about it. If there are, say, 5 people left, and all 5 go out, it's sudden death. Next week, you come again.
Those 5
guys come again.
Good point.
So there has to be a winner. We can't put 2 on an air seat.
No. So and once you're in, you can't say, well, I went out first week, I want to re-enter.
No, there'll be another competition. We'll start and say 6.
Now, the prize, obviously, we're sending money to charity and that, but the prizes, what we're looking at and we're getting a sponsorship for is an air ticket to fly over to the UK. Yeah,
the economy air ticket with me.
You're going to
go and watch your team. And what game you would like.
Yes. So you'll take them and they'll have a couple of nights stay there. Yeah. They'll fly in, they'll fly
we'll leave
back.
Out Thursday, hopefully get them on the show before we leave.
Yes.
Fly out Thursday night. Say it's a Liverpool and I've got to go and do the tour of Anfield. We'll try and, make it nice so it's an occasion for the guys.
Yeah. And it has to be a Premier League side.
Yeah, it has to be no, you could be Aston Villa. You're going
to allow a guy to win the tournament.
But if he's an Aston Villa supporter,
you go to Aston Villa.
He wants to go and watch John Terry at Villa Park.
Okay. Also, what happens if
it's a game
Carlisle United? You got to go up
Hopefully
north.
It's a Preston boy, one of my mates.
So that's very good. And also, Budge, before we move on to this week's football, you're also looking at the concept of bringing in a celebrity group.
Well, we're looking at that, Paul. Because obviously you and I can't enter.
Sure.
So
we're not celebrities.
No, you're right. I spoke to Neil Tovey yesterday. I don't know if you can get the 100 out of Neil or not to enter the main prize, but. Try and get Lucas Radebi, try and get Gavin Hunt, Gordon Eggerson, people that we know. Mark McCabe.
Yeah, and internationally, people like Mick Shannon will come in.
Yeah, I've already spoken to Mark Lawrence's sister Debbie.
Yes.
Hopefully she'll get hold of Mark. Michael Owen is Tubbs' mate.
Yes, that's right.
We'll try and get people.
Terry Payne
will come in, get Shane McGregor, the soccer guys.
Yeah, we get the soccer celebrities.
I want Leroy Rossini.
Yeah.
And there's one woman I'd like to get involved in it.
Let's keep that for later, Budge.
All right, okay.
Listen, once they're a celebrity, we will have a side one. So it's a wonderful idea.
No, it's a brilliant concept, Paul.
Okay, so bear that in mind. You will have all the details. Last one standing. Get your money in. We're going to really make it exciting. We'll keep you posted each week. But let's get on to football. And the thing that's happening in the UK now are these new Premier League reshuffling of people who are moving. And I refer, obviously, to Wayne Rooney and Lukaku.
Yeah.
Now, what's the story? Give us the ground.
Well, depending on which report you read. But United paid 75 million for Lukaku. Rooney went the other way for nothing.
For nothing?
Nothing. Well, he got a £10 million settlement. He was on £300,000 a week at Old Trafford.
So United paid the 10 million.
United will pay. Whether they pay stagger the payment to him, give him 100,000, or pay some of his wages towards Everton, or some of the 300,000 to Everton, maybe they'll do that. Everton, I give him £150,000 a week, plus two £4 million payments. They'll stagger it weekly or monthly, whatever. Plus he gets a settlement from United. So, rich boy.
And what's he on 150?
He's on 150 from Everton. But United are giving him £10 million settlement.
So he's comfortable.
No.
His wife makes money too.
But I don't think money's his...
No, it's not his agenda.
He wants to go out as a winner.
Yeah, he's only 31. He's a quality player. He's broken every record. He's a great passer of the ball. I think if he's allowed to play in the position he wants to play in at Everton... But who would be his striking companion?
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah,
you
they got to buy.
They're looking at Giroud. They're looking at a few guys, but that's the problem.
Not many movements.
No, I think it's depends on Chelsea. I think they want to try and sign Morata, and it's gone quiet.
I think it's deal done, isn't it?
Well, you never know. I would sign Loriente if I was Chelsea. I like him from Swansea. I think he's there.
He's broken his arm.
Oh, okay.
He's broken his arm. He'll miss the first match. Loriente at Swansea, great player. Yeah. So, but no movement from Arsenal. Spurs,
well, Arsenal obviously
Man
Sanchez
City.
And Ozil. Everyone's waiting for Sanchez, and Dani Alves dumped Man City and went to PSG. They doubled his salary. So Man City thought they had their right back. Went to PSG. So Tottenham, be careful. Kyle Walker.
Yeah, that's right. So at this stage, we've got a situation
that's limited with the with what we've seen. Yeah.
But transfer windows open until the end of August.
Yep. So,
there'll be a lot of movement and a lot of movement late.
Yeah. The smaller clubs, Everton, I think, spent 100 million. Bournemouth have signed a few players, Defoe, Nathan Aki, the goalkeeper from Chelsea. So the smaller clubs have stockpiled, but the bigger moves, only Chelsea and Man United have really made the big time. And obviously Arsenal with Lacazette, sorry.
Yeah, okay. Now let's talk about local soccer because it's a big part when the league starts here. Amazulu are back in.
Yeah, Amazulu for me have been badly managed over the years.
Yes.
Clive and Neil Toby were there, and when Neil was in charge, they got to the final of one of the cups.
Okay.
And then he got fired the next year, and they've just gone free fall ever since.
So taken over from
Tanda Royal Zulu, 40-odd million.
Okie dokie. Right. Let's get moving to our next segment, which is the leagues. The leagues Swedish, are the Swedish. How do you say
Allsvenskan?
Okay. But I'm just looking at the sheets here, and here they go.
Yeah, Paul, first game, Eskilstuna against Kalmar, bottom and second bottom. Eskilstuna haven't won all season, but since the break, they've competed well. I think this is a chance to get the first victory of the season. I'm a taker of 15-10 Eskilstuna.
Okay.
The second game Jafana Sundsvall against Halmstad. I like Halmstad here, Paul. Sundsvall have been terrible. They haven't won in 7. They haven't won at home as well. Halmstad have been competitive. They drew 1-1 on Monday night. Win and draw Halmstad for me.
Okay.
Malmö played last night in the Champions League. They drew 1-1 at home. They've got to go away to Macedonia and play Vardar and I think it's on Wednesday. So I expect them to take it out on Sirius, who are third, but Malmö are best team in Sweden.
Are they?
Yeah, by a long way. So they should get a comfortable result there. Örebro was a team we went for last week and got beat. I fancy them to get something in this game, Paul. Gone win and draw Örebro against IFK Gothenburg.
Okay, the next sheet?
Next sheet, Östersunds, Djurgårdens. Now, Östersund's playing the Europa League tonight. They play Galatasaray. Now, one thing I've noticed with all these middle-of-the-league teams, they tend to save their players, their main players, for the Europa League.
Do they?
Yeah, well, all the money's in the Europa League. They're not going to win the league, so they're all scampering for the 2nd, 3rd, 4th place. I think Djurgårdens, who have been good form, I think they can get something out of that,
Okay.
Sunday's game, Stockholm, Norrköping have lost the last 2 games. I've been on them the last 2 weeks. ARK have come well. They're both playing the Europa League tonight, but I fancy ARK Stockholm of the 2 teams. Next game, Jönköping Sodva versus Häcken. Häcken played Malmö last week. They had 2 players sent off, only lost 1-0. So I don't see Jönköping scoring, but win and draw Häcken for me, but I'm going to be taking the 14-10 Häcken. And the last game, I think Ellsberg will be too good for Hammarby, 8-10. Ellsberg.
7th plays 8. There's not much between them and the log.
Good team.
Okay, there's no American league, so Budge, we go on to
We've gone on to the Norwegian league, yeah. You know, Paul, the Brazilian, there was a whole lot of games last night. There's a whole lot of games tonight in Brazil.
Okay.
So while there was betting, the form, it's hard to tip, and there's obviously different results. So we've done the Norwegian league. That's, you know, that's going quite well game-wise. You know, Rosenborg drew 1-1 last night with Dundalk. Now, away from home, they haven't won in 4. I give the home team Sognal a chance. I think there'll be plenty of goals. You know, I've gone 1, 2, 3 in the exotics, but I think Sognal can get something out of that, you know. Yeah. Lillestrøm, Stabæk. Stabæk was the team that American guy Bob Bradley coached before he went to Swansea.
Okay, is that right?
That was his
Where
team.
Where did he end up now? Back in America?
He'll be back in America somewhere. You know, he got lumbered, the poor guy. Yeah. I think Lillestrøm, they're both in good form. Lillestrøm don't get beat at home too often, so Lillestrøm win and draw for me there. Now, Odd Ball Club play tonight in the Europa League.
Odd Ball Club, hell of a name, eh?
Yeah, Odd Ball Club. They play Viking Stavanger. Originally, I thought they were certainties, but I think they're playing Liechtenstein away tonight.
Okay.
So, likewise, middle of the road club, they're going to keep their main players to try and progress. So, they should still win, but don't. If there's a surprise result there, don't. Yeah,
don't be surprised. Yeah, okay.
Next game is 2 out-of-form teams. Sandefjord against Tromsø. Sandefjord's won 1-8. Tromsø's won 1-11. Sandefjord don't get beat at home, so win and draw Sandefjord for me. Yeah.
Okay. They don't win too many.
Second page, Haugesund, likewise. Both teams fair form. Haugesund at home.
Gordon Haugesund.
Yeah, but they're playing the Europa League tonight, Haugesund. So anything's possible, as I said, especially with the middle of the league team. So win and draw for me, Haugesund. Molde's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's team going great. 7-10 looks a good bet against Strom Godset. Brandbergen a second. Unfortunately, I've gone for them, but they do play in the Europa League. But they're the second team in the league. They're the second best team in that league. I think they'll be too good for Salzburg away to our third, but struggle away from home.
Yeah.
And the last team I've gone for Valerenga, 13-10, Monday night game. The guy that was at Celtic, Ronnie Dahler, he's gone there. You know, he's changed them around. I think they'll be too good for a team. It's drawn for the last 5 home games, Christiansen. So I fancy Valerenga.
Valerenga. Okay, let's go and see how you've structured it. That's the key for us, how you structured it.
Yeah, but bear in mind the one soccer 6, we've done the Brazilian one on a Sunday.
Yes.
Because the other Saturday one was horrific. You know,
okay. So, okay, let's have a look. Tell us.
Yeah, well, I've gone the field job looking for the smash, Sognal against Rosenborg. I've banked at Copenhagen, who the Champions League. It's the first week of Denmark's league, so games 2 and 4. The first league in Denmark. Copenhagen won 3-1 last night in the Champions League away from home. Best team in Denmark. I think they'll win here. Lillestrøm, Stabæk. I've gone win and draw Lillestrøm. I've gone Sondersjak versus Randers. I've gone the field there. Now Shakhtar Donetsk versus Dynamo Kiev is Ukrainian Super Cup.
Ukrainian Super Cup.
Yeah, but Shakhtar won the league and cup, and Dynamo Kiev was second. So like in England, if you do the double, you play the second team in the league at a neutral venue. They've only lost one of the last 11. You know, first game's Paul. You know what results. So I've gone win and draw Shakhtar. Corinthians, best team in Brazil. They won again last night, 2-0 away. So that's the other banker. Now the soccer 10. This is the Saturday one.
Sorry, there's only one soccer 6.
No, there's 2. There's another one on Sunday. It's the Brazilian one on the Sunday.
Okay, got you.
Soccer 10 on Saturday. I've gone the field with Sognal against Rosenborg. I've banked Copenhagen, Danish champions over Aalborg. I've gone win and draw Eskilstuna over Kalmar. I've banked Malmö to beat Sirius. Malmö,
you say the best team.
Best team in Sweden, yeah. I've gone Halmstad, win and draw over GIF Sundsvall. Second page, I've gone win and draw Lillestrøm over Stabæk. I've gone the field in Sondersjak versus Randers. I've thrown the win in with the Ukrainian Super Cup, Paul. There's nothing worse the first game of the year getting stuck out. If you want to narrow it and go 1 and 2, I wouldn't blame you, but I've thrown the field. And I've banked Corinthians to beat Atletico Paranaense, and USA in the Gold Cup to beat Nicaragua. 432.
In the what? Sorry, give me
that's the Gold Cup. It's the North American Championship, all the countries there.
Okay.
So that's why there's no
in
MLS. USA playing in America, yeah.
Okay, then we've got another 6.
Yeah, the soccer 13.
Oh, 13 first, okay.
Yeah, I've gone win and draw AFC Eskilstuna against Kalmar. I've gone Halmstad win and draw over GIF Sundsvall. I've banked Malmö. I've banked Landskrona, who are top of the Division 1 North, this Division 1. Yeah. Siriuska struggling. I've banked Landskrona. I've gone win and draw Husqvarna over Oskarshamn. Likewise, Kristianstad over Odderfalt. Leginskiel and Skovda. Win and draw the home team there. I've gone Banker Mjalby. They've won 6, drawn one of the last 7 home games over at Sickens. I've gone Leelstrom, win and draw over Starbuck. Bank at ARK Stockholm over Norrköping. I've gone Orebro 1 and 2 against IFK Gothenburg. Djurgårdens win and draw over Ostens, and Umeå, they've won their last 6. Should be too good for Vasteras.
But you know what we must do next week?
Yeah.
Put up the league log.
Okay.
You know, put up the league log before we go into these, just to give people an idea, you know.
Yeah.
And they'll say, whoa, this team he's talking about is 8th or 9th or whatever. Okay, we'll try and do that next week because it's not easy. But we've got another Soccer 6, Budge.
Yeah, the Soccer 6 is a Brazilian one on Sunday. I've banked Palmeiras, who don't get beat at home until Corinthians beat them 2-0 last night. I've gone for Bahia over Avar relegation struggle. I've gone the field with the air crash team Chapecoense against Sao Paulo, 2 struggling teams. I've gone Flamengo, win and draw at Cruzeiro. I've gone Grêmio, win and draw against Ponte Preta. And I've gone the field in the last game, Vasco da Gama Santos, 2-1-6.
Okay, and obviously some great players in that league.
Well, Paul, unfortunately we don't see them, you know, but there's a lot of players. They give all the youngsters a chance, Paul.
Yeah, and they get snapped up.
And there's 20 teams in the league and a lot of small teams, so they get the chance early on.
Yeah, just before we go on to your bets, are there any managerial moves in the Premier League?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet, and locally nothing yet. We've got to keep you posted on that. All right, let's go look at your bet. Yeah. That's the best part. Your Swedish treble.
Swedish treble. I've gone Eskilstuna to beat Kalmar, 15-10. I think it's a good price. I've gone ARK Stockholm to beat Norrköping and Elfsborg to beat Hammarby, 1700-2.
Norwegian treble.
The Norwegian, I've gone with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Molde to beat Strom Godset. I've gone Brandbergen to beat Sarpsborg, and I've gone Valerenga to beat Christiansen, 1500-200.
Right, the win or draw 5.
Win and draw, teams can either win or draw here. I've gone Sognal to get a result against Rosenborg. I've gone Eskilstuna win and draw against Kalmar. Halmstad win and draw against GIF Sundsvall. Orebro against IFK Gothenburg, and Djurgårdens to get a result against Östersund.
Right, both teams to score. This is tough.
This is not easy, Paul, but it's good value. You know, I've gone the 4 games, Sognal, Rosenborg, Orebro, IFK Gothenburg, and the 2 Brazilian games, Vasco da Gama Santos and Chapecoense against Sao Paulo, 1600-2.
All right, then over 2.5 goals. Yeah. These are games that
these are obviously got to be 3 goals or more. So we've another 4 chances here. We've got Sognal, Rosenborg, Malmo, Sirius, Orebro, IFK Gothenburg, and Palmeiras, Vitória, 1800-200.
6 or nix?
Yeah, you know, we've got a couple of teams that are above even money. I've gone Malmo to beat Sirius. I've gone Brandbergen to beat Sarpsborg. I've gone ARK Stockholm to beat Norrköping. I've gone Corinthians to beat Atletico Paranaense. Palmeiras to beat Vitória. And I've gone Bahia to beat Avar, 23-1.
Alrighty, that looks very good, and but it's very tough. I know these teams.
It's difficult when you can't watch them, Paul,
it'll pick up in the next month when we start getting towards the South African football and, of course, the British League. But there are Budgie's bets for this weekend, and keep an eye out, especially to get the details for next week about last one standing. It's going to be a very interesting competition, and until next week, stay on side.